Hey guys, welcome to the podcast.
Damn,
What happened?
just yelling at us right from the beginning. All right, go ahead.
so much frustration happens before we actually start that finally is like, all right, here we go. Anyway, it's George Gill, and as you've heard, Gustavo Martinez with me again. So we were talking recently that we've been having a lot of serious episodes and talking about market and stats in our office and whatnot, and maybe it'd be fun, or at least a change of pace to not only loosen up, but also talk a little bit about like some of the behind the scenes stuff that we go through. And actually, if we really sat down and thought about this, we could probably have dozens of stories, but a couple stand out. And I'm going to start with a frustrating one, and then I'll have you end with your story, which is just I'm interested to see how many people actually believe your story because of how unbelievable it is. But anyway, we this is actually something that happened to us recently. You came across a client, which I actually don't.
He called the office.
I was just gonna say I don't know how it gets. Okay, what are you in my head? What are you?
No, because I thought you were gonna say I don't know how you get a hold of you.
That is what I said. That is what I was going to say. Yeah.
Oh, no, he called the office. Yeah.
Yeah, he called the office randomly. I'm not actually even sure. I don't think we ever found out how he where he found us. But in any case, he called the office. You interacted with him very briefly before we put a property under contract. And what?
I feel like you're skipping so much already.
Oh, you want me to actually talk about the interaction before that? No, I didn't think that's too specific.
You're afraid. Yeah. You're afraid. I'll tell you guys later.
I knew you were gonna call me out on that because that is a funny part of it. But
that's what
But we can't.
Okay, fine. Go on.
So
story's gonna suck now. Just kidding. Go ahead.
Maybe we'll create a little group on Facebook for anybody that wants to know what happened before we put the property in the contract. This is what happened. But so. A property went under contract fairly quickly. I think it was the only property that you saw with him. And
it was.
And from the beginning, you told me that he was a very difficult person to work with. And actually, I just thought of this. It was around the time that we as an office were training about the different personalities and how to deal with different personalities. Yes. And we broke it down into 4 quadrants. And this is how you deal with a driver, an amiable, and this is what they respond to. This is their personalities and whatnot. No. And I remember at a meeting, what does my client fall under? And I was like, well, tell me a little bit about him. And you told me. And I was like, well.
Type C.
I don't know. Now we know. I remember thinking, well, I think he seems like a driver. Or I think we were between driver and analytical because he was always asking like very specific questions.
Yes.
But man, fast forward a little bit. It got to the point where you had to pass this guy off because he was too much to deal with.
Yes.
And he was messing up with your mental health, apparently.
Yeah, absolutely. So I wasn't comfortable anymore. I was angry all the time. The phone would ring, you would see his name, and I was just like, it would ruin my day.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. So you passed him off to somebody else, and
to the listing agent.
You passed him off to the listing agent.
That's how bad it was. Hold on, because I need people to understand. People that are not in the industry, they don't understand how big of a deal that is. There are 2 agents involved, right?
Yeah.
You're splitting the commission. This guy, to me, was so bad that I was like, you know what, Mr. Listing Agent? You can close them and just keep both sides of the commission. I don't care.
Yep. Because get him out of my life.
Exactly. I will pay you to take them. And then what happened next?
And then I think less than a week
to us.
No, a week later, the listing agent called you and said, "Take him back."
Yes,
I don't want him.
He didn't want the whole commission.
He didn't want the whole commission, and he even said, "Don't even give me a referral fee. Don't even just close them. You started this, you ended." That's actually what he said. You started this, you ended.
And this is like 2 weeks of closing.
2 weeks away from closing, yeah. And then you, because he obviously called you. You were the person that was representing him at first. You called me and said, "Look, I can't deal with this guy. Can you please handle him?" Because nobody in our office wanted him, and we weren't going to pass him off to somebody in the listing agent's office because he was like, "I'm not going to subject any of my colleagues to this guy."
That's how bad this was. Yeah. And he worked for a big office.
Yeah, he worked for a pretty big office, and so at the end of the day, we were like, "All right, we're past a lot of the major hurdles in the deal. We just need to see this to closing. I'll take it." So I took it, not having really known firsthand what type of person this was. First couple of conversations that I had with him weren't really that bad.
That's how I felt.
Until shit hit the fan real quick. And it got to the point where I said, I'm no longer communicating with you through phone. You need to email me. That lasted a couple of days, and then I said, I'm only communicating with you through your attorney. It was that bad that he was accusing me of things that were just completely outrageous, and he just felt that everyone was out to get him. Fortunately, the attorney that he hired is somebody that I've worked with a lot, and so, I had the advantage that he knew that if this guy was feeding him some nonsense or crap or whatnot, he knew that
It was bullshit.
It really wasn't true. But it just goes to show that this attorney, one of the nicest guys, and actually has one of the nicest teams. He's got the nicest people working on his team. Honestly, a breath of fresh air when you call into that office. And they were all just like, I just want to get this deal closed and out of my life. Like, this is top 5. This takes the cake. Like, every single person that interacted with this guy.
And we left off a lot of parties, by the way. Because remember, he had another property he needed to sell. We referred him another agent in that area. She fired him. He had a property in California he needed to sell as well. We referred him to another agent, and he fired him. Yeah.
No, it was a mess. It was a mess. And it just goes to show that all the training in the world, all the mastering of the personalities and well, tell me how you feel. Well, let me. That doesn't work with some people. And this guy was personality X. So I mean, that definitely it goes down in the books as one of the worst experiences that I've had in real estate. And we honestly,
left so much out. We left so much out.
Well, like what? Like what?
To me, the beginning was like the craziest thing ever.
I know. Yeah, that was funny. But we can't mention that. But
I'll tell you later, cameraman.
He's actually really curious too. I can't wait to see his reaction when you tell your story. So yeah, honestly, one of the worst experiences, and I only dealt with him for 2 weeks tops. And not only that, but I only had like 2 phone conversations with him because everything else was through email through his attorney. But even then, it was to the point where it affected me whenever I would feel as though I was getting stuff done at work and feeling accomplished, I would think of him and be like, oh, I still got this guy to deal with. It was the worst. So yeah, it's tough. It just goes to show that this is very much a people business because the paperwork and the transactional side of it is, at the end of the day, it's very routine. Right. But then you have the people aspect of it that is very unpredictable. Yeah. So having said that,
yes.
Let's switch it up to a little bit more of a fun and...
Well, that was fun too.
Because
it's over.
Disgusting.
That's why it's fun. So I'm going to need your help telling this story, okay? There's a lot of gaps that I can't remember. There's a lot of holes in my story that I'm just probably going to forget because this happened a couple months ago.
But this one's good.
Was it a year ago or no?
I think it was a year ago. But this one's good because this has to do with you, not anybody else.
Right. This is only me.
So... no need to feel embarrassed. Just share as much as you'd like.
I'm way past that, honestly. So I believe this happened on a Friday morning, correct?
No.
Okay, so there you go. I need you to step in. What day was it?
It was a Wednesday.
It was a Wednesday morning.
Wednesday or Thursday, but it was the middle of the week.
Okay, so what happened was I went out drinking the night before.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of drinking. So I woke up obviously really
I don't
sick.
mean to continue to interrupt, but I think that one of the things that we were unsure of is that we're not sure if actually it was a lot of drinking. It may just been that you maybe drank something that was out of your element that maybe messed you up. But I don't think that you had a party. You were just
gave me too much credit because the company's name is the hand here. But
right, yeah.
I don't remember, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
You got wasted.
Yes. I party. So there was a lot of drinking involved. I woke up really sick, but it was just like, to me, it felt like a normal hangover, A little bit of a stomach ache, but really bad headache. I had a showing, I believe, at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Right? The other agent was going to meet me there in order to let me in. My clients meet me there. We're looking at the property. Everything's going great. All of a sudden, I start feeling a little bit sick. And I'm standing on the deck. I'm standing outside on the deck because we already saw the whole house. And I'm feeling a little bit sick. And I'm like, let me just go to the bathroom, just for the hell of it, right?
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah, just in case. I don't know. I start walking to the kitchen, which is where the other agent was. And I said, hey, do you mind if I use the bathroom? He goes, oh yeah, go ahead. And he points at the one in the kitchen. And I go, do you mind if I go upstairs? And he goes, No, that's fine. So, I mean, he knew what was happening.
Oh, maybe he didn't at that
No,
point.
I think he was thinking of number 2, right?
Yeah, maybe he didn't know which end was happening.
I wish that would have been it. So as soon as he goes, yeah, go ahead, no problem. I walked away from him, and all of a sudden, I just feel it in my stomach. And
it's as though your stomach knew, okay, it's okay to do
I got
it.
permission. You didn't understand what the permission meant, but yeah, I got permission. I walked away, and all of a sudden, I just started speed walking. And so you have the kitchen. If it's audio only, they won't know. But you have the kitchen right here. You have to like go around the living room and then up the stairs, right? Yeah. As soon as I reached the bottom of the steps, it just came up, like really bad, really bad. And my reaction, because I'm in somebody else's house, and it's not vacant, by the way. People live there.
Beautiful decor.
Beautiful drapes. Oh, yeah. All of a sudden, it starts coming up like it sounds like Jurassic Park is in the fucking at the entrance, and I try to grab it like I don't know why, and it just torpedoes between my fingers on top of the wall, on the walls, the drapes. I left a trail on the steps. By the time I made it to the bathroom, I was done. Nothing made it inside the toilet. There was a beautiful like little floor mat or something in the bathroom that I ruined.
Oh my God.
And I just closed the door, and I could not believe what was happening. I mean, I couldn't believe it, honestly. I didn't know what to do. I was there for about 5 minutes.
Was it panic? Did you feel panic, or did you feel like relief, or did you feel like, oh, this just happened?
I felt better.
Did you actually think that there was a way for you to save this?
I was confused.
Why me?
No, it's something that you feel only happens in movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't happen in real life. So I'm like, how am I going through this right now? I only had 20 drinks last night. How am I going through this? And I just start cleaning. I grab like paper towels. I start cleaning the bathroom, even though most of it was on the stairs. And I'm like, there's no way they didn't hear it. There is absolutely no way they didn't hear it. And it's all over my shirt, by the way. It's all over my shirt. And I just come out of the bathroom. I grab the drapes. I just pull them on my shoulder or something like. I don't know why. I just like. And I just walk down the steps, and they're standing right there, and they're just looking at me. And I just go, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll go, I don't know what just happened. That's what I said. I go, listen, I'm going to get a cleaning company. I'm going to clean everything. I'm going to clean the whole house. I'm going to bring these drapes to the dry cleaners. I'm so sorry. And everybody's just so confused. And like my clients go, okay, and I was like, go outside. I'll come out in a second, and we'll talk about the house. And they go, okay. And I go to the agent. I'm like, hey, I'm really, really sorry. This has never happened before. I don't know. I'm feeling sick. And he goes, okay. He goes, I'll let the seller know. I'll let the owner know. And I go, I promise you, I'll get it clean. I promise you. And I go outside. I talk to my clients. They want to put an offer in, so that's nice. I have throw up all over my shirt. Like, we're talking numbers with chunks on me.
Oh,
and,
God.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, dude. It was really bad. And then I call you because I'm like, I don't. What did I say to you?
I had an accident. No, you actually said, can you get me the name of a cleaning company? And you were being very, very cryptic with it, because you were like, but what kind of cleaning do they do? Like, because is it a team of people that come in here? And I'm like, well, what do you? I don't know if I like asked you if they were cleaning up biohazard or whatnot. And you're like, you didn't want to tell me, but at the end you ended up telling me, and ultimately I didn't believe you. I remember actually telling you what you needed it for, and you kept saying, because this happened. And so ultimately you got it cleaned, and you actually showed up here with the drapes. You took the drapes with you. You took the drapes dry cleaning. Oh my God.
Horrible.
That's I can't even imagine what their reaction must have been when,
because I cleaned up as much as I could, but there were still stains on the walls and the stairs. But I cleaned up as much as I could. The sellers were really nice. They ended up cleaning them, so they told me to cancel the cleaning.
Oh, they did? Yeah. You never told me that.
Yeah, they told me to cancel the cleaning, and I just brought back the dry cleaners during the inspection because our offer was accepted, actually. So maybe that's why they cut me some slack, because I brought the buyer to the house. Also, we ended up not closing on the house.
And then they charged you for the cleaning company.
And then they charged me for the cleaning company, yeah.
Oh, man. What a crazy story.
So now, because of that, I've been sober for 6 hours. I'm just joking. But yeah, no, I just never thought that something like that would actually happen in real life. Like that to me is just insane. In front of other people, I mean, it's just crazy. crazy. And I've only told a few people.
Well, not anymore. Oh man. Well, thanks for being brave enough to share that story with us.
If you guys have any questions, I do Q&A on Wednesday nights about this.
If you have any question how to clean vomit out of stairs. The baseboards are the trickiest.
Vinegar works.
Oh man. All right. Well,
that's it. That's all I got, man. I'm sure, like you said, I'm sure there's a lot of stories. It's just that a lot of things happen so often that they just become part of the daily thing, you know. And I don't remember.
Yeah. No, sure. I mean, this just kind of well, your story is one that I've kept thinking that, all right, that's something that's unbelievable enough that it's worth sharing and seeing what kind of reaction we get out of people. If by chance someone's been in the same boat. But then the first one that we told, I'm sure that we have endless stories like that because
just not to that extent. Though.
Maybe not that extent, but maybe just crazy requests or people that react, very very extremely over something. So
I remember one of your stories about that, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that just came to me. Yeah, that's a story for another day. Yeah, so we've got plenty of those. So
we set the bar pretty high though.
yeah, we started with the worst. We started with the king of the story. So all right, so maybe we'll think of some other ones, some ones that are worth sharing, and then we'll make another fun casual episode out of it.
And if any of my buyers are seeing this and want to fire me, I understand. But
you sought help.
Please don't.
You've sought help since then.
Yes.
You haven't ruined the house since then.
I'm good. No.
You've gone 180 days without an accident.
I have chalkboard out there.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing again.
No problem. Thanks, guys. Bye.